Padres superstar third baseman Manny Machado says he plans to opt out of his contract after this season. It's our top story here at 4. I'm Heather Myers.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. Machado signed a 10-year, $300 million deal with the Padres 4 years ago, a then record for a free agent. Our John Howard is here to break down all that this means. John, what does it mean?
Well, Carlo, first of all, I think what it means is the negotiations between Machado and the Padres have gone public. Carlo, as you mentioned, 4 years ago, this deal was a record for a free agent, and at the time, the second largest contract in all of baseball. As the market has increased, it is now the 11th richest deal. Here's Manny today, tactfully mentioning that he plans to opt out of his contract at the end of the season.
I mean, so far this year I'm a Padre, but who knows after next year? I know, obviously the team knows where I stand in my situation, and with the opt-out coming, and I think I've expressed that I will be opting out after this year. But I think my focus is not about 2024. I think my focus is about 2023, what I can do to this ball club, what I've done for this organization, and what we're going to continue to do here. I think we got something special here growing, and I don't think anything's going to change.
The provision's in his contract, and this is his right to opt out But we've also shown a willingness to keep the important guys here, and I'm sure that there's a good chance that's the case with Manny too. So that's just what happens when you have those type of clauses in your contract.
I'm just here to play baseball and just continue to do what I got to do, and let my agent and the front office and AJ and Peter handle that.
To answer your question, I don't want to know what it's going to look like without him here.
All right, frankly, I think it'll be difficult for the Padres and Manny to work out a deal that will appease the player. The best chance of it happening, though, will be by reworking the final years of the contract by the end of this season before he reaches free agency. If he hits free agency, the numbers will balloon, and based on the other big contracts the Padres have taken on recently, I think they'll be priced out of the market. If Manny does not go on or to play with the Padres, it's not the end of the world. The Friars will have gotten 5 solid years out of him on the field and used his presence quite brilliantly to draw other players to the team. The story is sure to pop up from time to time as the season rolls on. Let's just hope it doesn't become too big of a distraction. And it was a distraction today, I think, that's for sure.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you about that because, baseball's an emotional sport. So how did the other players react when we were coming into the season with so much momentum, especially after how we ended last season? We're going to have Tatis back. So what does this do to the locker room? Well,
I think a lot of them are going to be talking. Depends on how the season goes. Depends on how injuries affect things. But whether or not Manny Machado performs well, performs poorly, if he's sitting there in the middle of a negotiation and things are getting ugly, it's going to be a distraction in the clubhouse. There's no doubt about it.
John, he's lived up to the contract. Nobody can say he has not. Baseball standards. He's been fantastic. Nobody could hold against him that he negotiated for this out. Me watching this, him saying this before the season with so much expectations, is really disappointing. I'll be honest. He's got that deal. He's got that leverage. Use it at that time. But to cast a pall over the start of this season?
Yeah. I don't think there was any reason for him to bring it up right now. And he signed the deal knowing that after year 5 he could get out. And like I mentioned earlier, he's currently the 11th highest paid player, but he's playing like a top 4 type of player, and he's in his right to opt out. It's in the contract. He's in his right to expect that top 4 salary. Can he and the Padres work it out? We'll have to see.
Love to see him stay with the team, but in the end, they only have so many money-making years that they can take advantage of it, so I get it.
Absolutely.
Either way, go Padres. Let's win something this year so we don't have to worry about it.
That's right.
True, yes. All right, John, we'll see what comes with that. John, thanks.
All right.